That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
James or Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Yo. Not gonna talk about the Falcons today. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about the Falcons, but not that much. That was crazy. Last night was crazy. Uh, just a stinger, for sure. Very frustrating, but hey, it come with the territory, you know what I mean? It is what it is. On to the next one, whether that be, the next game or just the next season. But yeah, man, the title of the video, you know, so often, we give people their flowers and we give them like an overall thing, like once they retire or once, something tragic might happen or anything like that. And today I came up here with just the idea of, let me give LeBron his flowers now. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to say before I get into this 40 moments that I hated LeBron for most of his career, for sure. I think as he's gotten older, I've just appreciated him for like what he represents for basketball, and I appreciate his longevity. I salute it, I admire it, and things of that sort. But for a long time, I hated LeBron in his career. And a lot of people, they get on me because I have LeBron 7th overall all time. I still don't think he's better than Kobe, peak for peak. But he definitely had more longevity than Kobe. He definitely had, yeah, more longevity than anybody else in the history of the game. The only one who was close was Kareem, and he surpassed Kareem in his latter years. So you have to salute that. I did have a lot of problems with him because I felt like he acted a lot, like he flopped or like exaggerated and always cried to the refs, especially that first stint in Cleveland, and I really disliked that. Then he ran to Miami once they couldn't beat the the Celtics and stuff like that. I didn't like that. Um, and then the first finals against in Miami against Dallas, JJ Barea and Jason Terry outshined him. And you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of things that there was just like have rubbed me the wrong way about LeBron. Like he could drive and he's got two people on him, but he's been taking contested shots all day and he's the strongest person on the floor. Why don't you just put the ball up and try to go for something? Like put the layup, you're best player in the world, right? Or you're supposed to be the best player in the world and you pass the ball to so and so who breaks the shot, you know what I'm saying? It's all whether it be Damon Jones or Danny Green, like there's always things like that. But that's enough with the negative. It's your birthday, LeBron. Happy birthday, LeBron. You usually have your birthday game in Atlanta. You guys came to Atlanta earlier this year. Here are LeBron James top 40 moments. This is a story I wrote last year at my old job, rolling out top 39 moments. Here we go. So 39. LeBron James jumps over John Lucas. This game was on January 29th, 2012. And if you ask why I remember that, it's because I found out, one of my middle school classmates, I was in high school at the time, she passed away. And that was like the first person I really, really knew who passed away. And it stung, it hurt and stuff like that. And it was a Sunday. I had my family at the house because the family's at the house most Sundays and stuff like that. At my mom's house, my mom's old crib with my uncles. Uh, Not my grandfather. My grandfather used to be over there and stuff like that. And we were watching the game, barbecue chicken type stuff like that. And yeah, I just remember this was an ABC game. It felt like it was in the afternoon, and LeBron jumped over John Lucas in the game in the alley-oop. It was crazy. 38, LeBron James NBA debut. So this was one of the more, or probably the most anticipated debut in NBA history. LeBron was super, super hyped in high school, dating back his time as a junior. He was on cover of Sports Illustrated very, very early in high school. He was always hyped up as the next Magic Johnson, as the next Michael Jordan. He had commercials out the gate. Obviously he had the Hummer in high school. That was a big deal. An investigation and stuff. He was always on ESPN in high school. I remember watching him in high school, and I remember his highlights and the hype surrounding him around the draft and stuff like that. And he was just a big deal, bro. And I thought it was very ironic he went to his like home team and stuff like that in the draft. I didn't necessarily get everything like as a kid at that time of like how the draft went. I didn't know if he like chose to go there or if it just happened to be happenstance, but it happened, man. And he had the commercial with where he was just paused like this, and Mike Bibby was looking like, "What's going on?" And then he drove to the lane and dunked the ball, and it was like a 30-second commercial. I remember that being like in the commercial breaks of PTI and stuff like that. These are some of my first. I wouldn't say first because Michael Jordan was my first like NBA memories, and Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Glenn Robinson, Glenn Big Dog Robinson, Dio Ratliff, Dan Dickow, Jason Terry, of course, with the Hawks, Steven Jackson, Boris Diaw. But on the overall NBA scene, it was Michael Jordan, and then it was this guy, LeBron James, and and then the rest of everybody else too. Everybody else too. I can't even just say Michael Jordan and jump to LeBron, but yeah, LeBron was definitely like the new kid and the rookie, and someone I was so excited to see for the first time, play with on a video game for the first time on NBA Live 2004. I think that was the first year they introduced the superstar. It might have been the first year they introduced. '05 might have been the first year they introduced the superstar when Melo was on the cover, but I do remember '04 just being crazy with Brown on the game, playing with Brown, seeing Brown like in the league. It was just an exciting time, bro. And he was only 18 at the time. I was 8. So you know what I'm saying? So he was like not that far from me. I'm watching like a literal kid, and I ain't gonna lie, my cousin is LeBron age, and I will always be comparing him to LeBron. I'd be like, bro, LeBron 18, bro, he doing this, he doing that. And obviously as you grow up, you realize like that's like extremely unfair to expectation of your cousin. But yeah, shout out to LeBron, bro. He had like I think 18 in this game, had his first dunk. His first points were a pull up mid range from the corner. And yeah, it was kind of similar to Bronny's first points. 36 returning to the city. Oh, they temporarily hated him. Oh man, LeBron first game back in Cleveland, boy. So Cleveland, them jokers were burning jerseys. Dan Gilbert, you'll never be anybody. You'll never prosper. You're not a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers. They came back there, boo, boo. I thought, man, I ain't even think LeBron was gonna be safe coming back to Cleveland, boy. And he balled out, bro. He stood on all 10. He balled out. I cannot lie. You got to give Brown that one there, man. The Cavs were terrible. Anderson Varejao was darn near an all-star that year. He was averaging like 20. I said, bro, what is going on, man? They were terrible. But yeah, that was a very entertaining game in the night. The game I think was on TNT if I recall. And they had like a blackout or like a lot of people were wearing black t-shirts over there. Man, the dunk over Kevin Garnett, 36, bro. So the dunk over Kevin Garnett was stupid, bro. I think I know this was a TNT game. Cleveland used to always be on TNT, bro. Uh, I think this was a playoff game. So the Hawks, no, let me think. Let me think. I think I don't remember what year this was in the playoffs. If this was the playoffs, but the Cleveland fans were waving the towels. They were waving the towels. LeBron goes up against KG, goes in and out, goes around KG, just Statue of Liberty, that thing, and then he goes like over the court like it was crazy. It's crowd going crazy. The top went off on the arena, bro. Quick Loans Arena. So it was a crossover on Paul Pierce, and then he dunked on Kevin Garnett. Crazy. 35, the game winner against the Magic. At the time, this was the biggest shot of his career because for so many years and so long, he had that like Brown don't take the last shot. Brown don't do what he do. Brown don't do this. And he got the ball, pulled up from 3. I think it was over Hedo Turkoglu in the Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. He was kind of angled to the basket like this. Ooh, do that thing, threw up the one. They grabbed him, everything like that, and he jumped in their arms. And it was just a big moment for him because he was always kind of battling like that clutch thing, especially early in his career. 34, game winner against the Raptors. This is Brown's second stint in Cleveland and things of that sort. And I think this was Cleveland had the ball on the timeout, sideline out of bounds in the backcourt. He brings up the ball. He kind of does a runner into it, and yeah, he won on a runner into the buzzer. So yeah, on Toronto, of course. Wade full alley oop pass in Indiana. This was one of my favorite moments when he was with, you know what I'm saying, with the Heat. Wade threw the ball all the way down the court. Brown caught it. It was a touchdown. This is just an incredible play. I really appreciated that. LeBron's best pass of his career. If I'm not mistaken, this was a Christmas game, Christmas Day, but I'm not sure because the Lakers were terrible at this time. You know what I'm saying? You see Julius Randle there. Who's this? Contavious Caldwell Pope. And I don't know who this is. It looks like Brooke Lopez, but it could be Zubac. Is Zubac ever? I don't even think Zubac ever played for the Lakers. But yeah, Brown went like this, turned his head, one-handed pass to Kevin Love. I remember that pass. Yeah. Game 7 block. I got that at 31. Dang, this top 30 must be something. So you guys know it. Blocked by James. You know, Iguodala comes up, does a reverse. He thinks he got it, and he said he just heard a boom. You heard the story in casting that string. Amazing game. One of the best games. I was at my dad's old house at the time, watching the game with my dad and my stepmom. Huge game. Probably like, excuse me, one of the biggest NBA games I've ever seen. Number 30. What did he say to Steph Curry? This was the series, I believe, of the 3-1 comeback in the finals. And LeBron blocked Steph. Draymond just got suspended. And then LeBron, he like turned around at Steph and he's like, and Steph just kind of walked away. And they asked Bron what he said. He said, I'll never tell. Steph said he'll never tell. Yeah, shout out to Bonnet Boys. Bonnet Boys in the building. Lego birthday. We going over the top 40 LeBron moments. This is from a story I did last year. Top 39 moments. So this is top 40. So I don't know. I don't know what Bron said. I don't know what Bron said to Steph Curry. I don't think we'll ever find out. Because now Bron act like he best friends with Steph Curry. He want to go to the Warriors. Miami Heat, they won back-to-back titles. It's about dang time, Bron said, his first championship. It was a long time. He ain't had no title. You know what I'm saying? About had to be at least about 9 seasons, it felt like. And he finally won. He said it's about dang time. And then they won again. So, you know, salute to that first run in Miami. That was kind of like, you know, when Durant went to the Warriors. Went to the Warriors. Hey, Bonnet. I don't know. I don't remember literally what is on this list, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't remember what's on this list. But I know whatever the 39 was, I'm gonna add Bronny to it for like number 1. That's all I know. But yeah, this was crazy. 09. I don't know if this was I don't think this was Jabberwockies. I don't think that was Jabberwockies 09. This was 2010 in Dallas. They came out on a big stage in Dallas. They're playing in Cowboy Stadium. They, you know, all dancing. You got Dwight Howard being all goofy and stuff like that. And then it's just camera cuts to D-Rose and D-Rose are, you know what I mean? Man, that smiling, man, like nothing. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Introverts, all that and stuff like that. And then, you know, people say, oh, you're from the hood. Da, da, da. People from the hood dance. There's so many misconceptions about people from the hood, bro, because people just watch movies. Like, speak to people sometime, bro. But yeah, it's about dang time, number 29. Oh, yeah. All right, forever. There's got to be a top LeBron moment because forever is probably one of the biggest commercial rap songs ever. It had the biggest rap stars at the time and you know, in all time too. Lil Wayne, Eminem, Drake, and Kanye West, bro. It may not mean nothing to y'all. And they made that song for LeBron James soundtrack for his documentary talking about his high school team. That's legendary stuff. In the middle of LeBron's career, bro, this was 2009, 2010. LeBron was on in the league for like 6-7 years at that point. It's crazy thinking back on it because like at the time it felt so like it made sense. But now it's like that was kind of early in LeBron's career. Anyways, 27, executively producing 2 Chainz album. Hey, it's like you have a whole project and you say, thank you for coming on this ride, enjoying this ride. Here's two more. He created the deluxe album, man. Shout out to LeBron James, the A&R. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, see, I remember this. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's certain stuff. I feel like that makes me feel, that makes me sound older than I am and stuff like that. This is definitely one of those facts that I remember LeBron James in real time when he was in high school. That and like I remember when Michael Jackson released a new album, which was Invincible in 2001. I remember that in real time. So Brian, he won the dunk contest at McDonald's. I believe he went in between the legs, kind of a basic East Bay. Just a lot of kind of Statue of Liberty power dunks and stuff like that. Very similar to Zion Williamson when he was in the dunk contest. But it was just like Brad just lived up to the hype, bro. Like he was him, bro. He was him. I believe I want to say the next year Candace Parker won the McDonald's All American dunk contest. And then the year after that, it might have been like J.R. Smith, or was J.R. Smith? J.R. Smith was the same year as Candace Parker. So Candace, I think, beat J.R. Smith, and then I don't know who won the next time. Uh, Next, the D Wade photo. So you guys know the photo of passing it off to your brother D Wade like this, LeBron in the background. You know what I'm saying? One of the best sports photos of all time for sure. Oh my gosh, this one was crazy, boy. This one was crazy. I remember this Christmas Day game. I believe, Kobe was still playing at this time. They had the Christmas jerseys and they had the sleeves on that mug. And I think I don't know who threw the alley off the glass. Someone threw the alley off the glass. It might have been Chalmers. You know what I'm saying? I'll say Chalmers just to be safe. Chalmers threw it off the square, off the glass, and Brown went and got that thing, boy. Like he had to cock that thing. It just, oh my goodness. One of my best Christmas Day NBA memories, bro. It was just a crazy dunk, dude. Christmas debut against Tracy McGrady, man. Tracy McGrady was one of those guys, man, coming into the league, one of my first people, first batch of NBA superstars of my generation, when I started kind of becoming conscious of life and remembering stuff. Dirk Nowitzki, Vince Carter, Jason Kidd, Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. Those are the guys like Michael Finley, Jason Terry, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Dikembe Mutombo. Like those were the guys at the time of me first becoming conscious of life. And Tracy McGrady was one of those guys. So the face Bron first Christmas Day game. Bron lives up to the hype. 34 points in his first Christmas Day game. But T-Mac had 41. He had to still let him know who it was. Stevie Franchise. Shout out to Stevie Francis as well. All right, here we go. 22 first 50-point game in 2005 in Toronto. I remember this being on ESPN. I like, because ESPN, Sports Center play back to back to back in the morning, bro. And I remember this game, bro. Like, because Brian had like when he was first in the league, he had like a square jump shot. Like it's hard to explain, but his shoulders are kind of like just square, like, and it's like his legs is spread out and stuff like that. But it was like it looked like a square when he shot jumpers, and he wore baggy uniforms at the time. It was just a whole different game and a whole different way that like the game looked. And his jumper is kind of different now. Like he changed his jump shot or whatever since he got older. And I think he's probably like a bit of a better shooter because of that. And yeah, man, he had 56 in Toronto. He kind of always ran Toronto. Ah, man, 2022 or 2002 national television debut against Carmelo Anthony. I remember this. I remember this against Melo, bro. I was 7 years old. I was like the two hype dudes in high school. It was a big deal. It was on TV, and yeah, man, it happened, and he lived up to the hype, bro. It's crazy. 20 late game turnaround after Kevin Love full court pass. This had it cut to Bradley Bill's wife, and she was just like in the crowd, like Brian. Kevin Love threw the ball all the way down the court. Brian said one dribble, turning around, I think he banked it from the corner, 3-pointer, bro. At the buzzer to send it into overtime, dude. Brian crazy. That was the Brian, Kyrie, and Kevin Love era. Crazy. Against John Wall and the Wizards, James scores 57 points. I don't remember this game off top. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't remember that game, but salute. At the peak of the James to the New York Knicks. And yes, in 2010, he scored 52. They wore the blue jerseys, they wore the different jerseys, and Brown was like, the garden is like his playground and stuff like that. Man, people wanted Brown on the Knicks so bad. Everybody thought he was going to the Knicks if he left Cleveland. Miami threw me all the way off until like Chris Bosh went the day before, which was big news at the time too. People forget that the day before Chris Bosh announced he was going to the Heat, and people were like, "Oh snap, Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, that's a dynamic duo." Little did they know they were going to create the first, not the first, but one of the next super teams type deal. 37-year-old scores 50 against the Wizards. Crazy. Scoring 50 at the age of 37 is crazy, brother. But hey, Jordan used to be scoring like 40 at like 40, 42. Shout out to Jordan as well. 16, Lakers won the bubble championship. This was Bron's last championship and things of that sort. So, you have to salute that. It was after a couple years and he was the first person to win like championship with 3 different franchises as like, I don't know if he was finals MVP, but it was something like that. He was the first guy to do it 3 teams type deal. Excuse me. Oh, 56 as a 38-year-old against the Golden State Warriors. Crazy, bro. The caption speaks for itself. Just going crazy, bro, at 38. Oh, man. Y'all know this game when Brown did this, bro. Down 3-2, game 6 in Boston. Winner go home. This could be the second straight season that the Miami Heat, the Big Three experiment, is looked at as a failure. And Brown brought him, put the team on the back door. Did the face, did the meme. The rest is history. Dunked over Jason Terry, took over, went crazy, had about 40-something points, probably like 42, and brought the Heat back to Miami in Game 7. All the momentum was going then for the Boston Celtics. Rajon Rondo, them boys, and he broke up. He broke up the team. After that, I think that's when Ray Allen went to the Heat, which was crazy. He went to the enemy. And then surely but slowly, I believe the next season, that's when KG and Paul Pierce got traded to Brooklyn. And then soon after that, if not before, Rajon Rondo kind of became a journeyman in the league. And he ended that entire era of Boston Celtics basketball. This is one of my favorite moments. It was just a simple moment. Bron, his second stint in Cleveland, this is when he knew he was like an OG and stuff like that. And it was a Special Olympian on the floor. And Bron saw him, he dapped him up, and then he like rubbed his head. But the kid was like so happy. And I don't know, it's just one of my favorite moments, bro. It's the small stuff. This is one of my favorite. This is my favorite Bron game, bro. 07, he's a kid, Detroit Pistons. He do like this. He scored like 25 of the last 27 points. Marv Albert called the game. Is Marv Albert still? Hold on, let me see. I know he retired, but let me see if my boy Marv Albert's still kicking. He's still kicking. My boy Marv. Okay, bet. Yeah. So, yeah, Marv Albert, things of that sort called the game. Chris Webber was on the Pistons. He was at the tail end of his career and stuff like that. He had all them boys gas. He had Rasheed Wallace gas. He had Chris Webber gas, whoever they threw at him, man. Brown just did what he had to do. And I always remember, like I say, that little finger roll right there, layup or whatever. Really kind of the signature pinpoint, put the nail on the coffin, win type deal. Mike Brown was the coach, if I'm not mistaken. Damon Jones was on that squad, as I mentioned earlier. Boobie Gibson. And Boobie Gibson had a great play in that series as well, bro. He had a great game in that series as well. I think they had Shannon Brown on that team. I don't know if Shannon Brown was on the team at that point yet, or if he was with the Lakers. I can't remember. But yeah, for sure. Salute. Big Z, Satrunas Ilgauskas was on the team. This was before they made like the bunch of like kind of mega trades for the role players like Ben Wallace, Wally Zerbiak, the former All-Stars and stuff like that, Antoine Jameson. That was like Delonte West. That was like 08, 2009 season. I remember this junk. That was crazy. He went like 4 threes in a row, bro. He had like 11 points in some minutes. or in a minute or 30 seconds or something like that in the middle of a game, he was just going crazy with the threes. And this is when Bron couldn't even really shoot like that, bro. It was crazy. 10, the Redeem team. Y'all know the Redeem team. Y'all know the story. You know what I'm saying? This was just if you was there, you was there. If you know type deal. Everything like that. Man, the day before Kobe passed, man, LeBron passed Kobe on the NBA all-time scoring list on January 25th, 2020, and he talked about his relationship with Kobe Bryant for 18 minutes. It was very eerie for me to hear the news a couple hours later because it was like we was just talking about Kobe. Last in-game Kobe salute. You know, Kobe passing the torch, showing love to him by showing up to the Luka Doncic and Trae Young games for Gigi. Rest in peace, Gigi. Rest in peace, Kobe. LeBronto. This is Drake versus Bron, and he's like, LeBronto. It's crazy. He scored a career high 61 points. He's wearing the mask. It was a crazy game right there as well. He had to put on the mask, and he just went like Batman. It's about dang time. Cleveland, this is for you. He opened up the affordable housing complex. Great. He opened up the I Promise School, and he passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as NBA's all-time scoring leader. He scored 40,000 points, became the first player to do that, and then he played with his son, first player to ever play with his son. That's LeBron James, man. Happy 40th birthday. Like I said, I used to hate you, but I appreciate everything you do on and off the court, what you represent for this game, and I appreciate you keeping that culture alive. You, the last piece of my childhood that's in the league right now. So thank you, LeBron James. Thank you for the time that you answer my questions. You know, my first couple of years covering the league as a college student at Georgia State. Thank you for answering my questions. Thank you for entertaining me. Thank you for speaking to me on and off the record. Thank you for all of the things, LeBron. I appreciate you. Happy birthday. Many blessings to you and the family, the James game, Savannah, your mama, you know, everybody, bro. What you are, you represent, you encapsulate the American dream, especially in sports. And, you know, you might love or hate them, but at the end of the day, you watch. My name is Rashad Milligan. And until next time, please take care of yourselves. Peace.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.